What's up, guys? It's been a while since we've done one of these car rants, but I want to tell you in this video how the NFL allegedly, this is for entertainment purposes only, is screwing your fantasy football teams and how they're all in cahoots is the word to say, and they really want to mess you guys up, whether you're doing prop betting or whether you're playing fantasy. I'm going to give you guys some prime examples on how they're screwing your fantasy football teams. Now, I'm in the car here getting ready to pick up my kids. I thought I'd do a vlog style video, and I'm going to get back to doing these again. I want to do videos here for you daily to keep you guys on top of the latest news and notes, but also talk about and have open discussions that nobody else is talking about. Nobody's making you aware of this stuff. So I'm going to give you guys some examples on how they're trying to screw your fantasy football teams, okay? If you're new to the channel, smash it, tap it, stop, hit the thumbs up. Helps you guys, helps the channel, and it helps me get this message out to more people, to make more people aware, because I'm the only one telling people the truth, okay? And drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Make this interactive. In the comments below. Do you think NFL games are rigged? Do you think they're fixed? Let me know, okay? So I want to just draw your attention to the Chiefs game, when it was last week, when the Chiefs were playing the Lions, okay? Just recently, like this last past week, okay? Week 6. As we head into week 7, I'm going to be really monitoring more of these games. Now, the Chiefs had lost a primetime game going into this game against the Lions, so I'm like, dude, for sure. And I offer my counselor's edge for bets if you guys want to get real practical advice, because I'm looking into all this stuff and seeing which game is due for a win, which team is, going to be set to win based on, kind of what's going on with what the refs are doing stuff. So I knew the Chiefs were going to win that game. And you can see there was no penalties called against the Chiefs, yet they kept calling weird things against the Lions, including a touchdown called back. It was like an illegal motion or something when Goff caught the touchdown. So I'm thinking to myself here, something's up. It doesn't make sense to me why, the Chiefs are just not getting calls and the Lions are getting calls back that would benefit them, okay? And you can see there's a lot of other pages like having like fun memes and AI videos of like Mahomes getting paid because, here's your debit machine or your credit card, swipe it here, Mahomes. That's the ref going to Mahomes. There's tons of different memes saying that, the Chiefs are, essentially having these games fixed. So that's the first thing I want to talk about, is that it's being blatantly obvious in a lot of these games. And it's like calls that, are obvious, that like with the Kelsey catch, for example, right? It wasn't even, they caught a catch, but it hit the ball. He didn't secure it, and it clearly hit the ground, okay? When it hits the ground, it's not secure, and they're calling these plays. It's brutal, man. You can see it. It's obvious that they're fixing these games. Now, let's talk about a prop example here. Going into last week, I had Travion Henderson, okay? And that's another thing. These committees are out of control. I had Travion Henderson coming in at 9.5 is where I had him on the over on the 9.5 rushing attempts. Guess where he finished, Travion Henderson? He finished at 9 rushing attempts. And how do they get so close? And that's where I think these teams are really manipulating the game. And I keep going to the example of like years ago when Adrian Peterson was a workhorse running back. It would just be Adrian Peterson. And you would know he'd get 20 plus rushes for 100 yards and a touchdown guaranteed. Now you've got these committees, and teams continue to push for committees. And that's the issue that I'm having, guys, is that they continue to push for committees, and it's literally screwing your fantasy teams, okay? Another example here is that the Chargers, I heard rumors that, sorry about the phone, I'm going to get a mount here next time. I know it's kind of moving here, the phone on the camera here. But the Chargers were talking about like, hey, Breece Hall. They want to get Breece Hall on the Chargers. I'm like, dude, Kamani Vidal came in and tore it up, and he's the backup. And they have a workhorse in Omari Hampton. They drafted him in the first round. Why would you want Breece Hall? Not only does that screw Breece Hall's career, it also screws Hampton's career. It also screws Vidal, who's doing really well. Another situation with the Panthers, right? Rico Dowdle, who's had years to wow, sworn out loud. Chuba's not much better, but Chuba was out. And when Rico comes in, tears it up, now you can make a debate that he had easy matchups, Dowdle did, that's why he tore it up. But the stats that he put up in those 2 games are better than Barkley's pretty much all season. And yet, you got Dowdle, they're saying he's going to be in a committee with Chuba coming back. and they want to put Brees in a committee with Hampton when he gets back. Like, come on, man. It's constant. Everywhere you're seeing this, guys, they're trying to screw your team. And like I said, they Travion Henderson. Why aren't you running Henderson? He's the most talented running back on that team. Yet they won't do it. They won't. And then you look at a team like the Buffalo Bills, which is another prime example why I know they're fixing games, okay? And why they're rigging stats. You've got Josh Allen, who throws more than anybody. This was a quarterback years ago with Stephon Diggs, threw the ball more than anybody. Yet he's not throwing the ball. And now they're talking about, oh, he doesn't have a true alpha dog. Keon Coleman isn't good enough. Let's bring in Chris Olave. Dude, when you're looking at the NFL news, this is the type of news I'm seeing, is this BS. What are you going to do? Bring Olave in and you're not going to get him like 2 catches a game? Like, that's the type of garbage that we're getting. You know, you look at Brian Thomas Jr. like this year. They brought in Travis Hunter. That's kind of screwed things up and mixed things up as well. And he's seen a decline. You look at Ladd McConkey. He was the alpha, apparently, right? I told you last year, there's no one else there. Draft Ladd McConkey. This year, it's been the Quentin Johnson show, right? And Quentin Johnson he was a first-round pick, took him 3 years to get going. That was your first-round pick. You used Quentin Johnson. Yeah, well, he couldn't catch, whatever. Work on it. Train him. Don't bring in Ladd McConkey and draft him and feed him and ignore Quentin Johnson. And then they draft Trey Harris in the 2nd round. And guess what? They bring in Keenan Allen. Why would you bring in Keenan Allen this year, right? Another example, right? And you look at the Broncos, right? Pat Bryant, ultra-elite talent out of college. And, you know, Troy Franklin, who did nothing last year, all of a sudden he's getting the ball. And Cortland Sutton, who got paid a mega contract, he's, you know, on and off for certain games. Guys, it's a disaster. And then you look at the Chiefs. I go on forever. I'll give you one more example here. The Chiefs, right? Xavier Worthy. Then you got that Thornton guy stepping up. Like, who's the one? You don't know. And then Rashee Rice is back in the mix. So, and Kelsey, like, it just doesn't end, guys. There's no true wide receiver one. And the wide receiver ones that are like a Jamar Chase, you know, his quarterback got hurt. So, like, nobody's safe. Nobody's free. It's been an absolute disaster when it comes to injuries as well. And I bet you the odds makers, the props makers, the NFL absolutely love it, because now you've got Tutu Atwell, who's going to probably be the one, right? You got Sterling Shepard, who's going to be the one on Tampa Bay, Tutu on the Rams. It's a disaster, right? Like, Sterling Shepard, the guy who shouldn't even be catching, I don't even know why he's still in the league. He sucked on the Giants for years. Now, all of a sudden, he's going to be Baker Mayfield, who's got a potential MVP season loading, and you're going to throw it to Sterling Shepard, or is it going to be Tez Johnson, or is it going to be Cameron Johnson? Like, who knows, right? And this is the type of stuff, and you can't tell me, you know, it's all BS, and they don't want to screw your team. They do. That's why committees are there, and that's why wide receiver committees are there. Wide receiver committee was never a thing, right? And now it is. So it just sucks. I hope it stabilizes. We need the workhorse back, and even Bijan, who had an amazing game. Bijan. Algier near the goal line? Are you kidding me? Yes, Bijan had a great game last game when they played, but Algier still stole the touchdown. So I just wanted to come on, just a quick video here to tell you, you know, you just got to start your most consistent players. We're talking fantasy football advice. Start your most consistent players. Do your best to mitigate the risk and look for who's next in the pecking order, right? And, you know, it sucks, but I wanted just to raise awareness of this. And drop a comment below. Let me know. Does it feel the same that it did 10 years ago? Because I can tell you, I've been doing fantasy for over 15 years, it feels different, right? The workhorse is gone. The wide receiver ones, they're diluted. The target dilution, the rushing attempt dilution, it's out of control. So let me know your feedback below. Let me know what you guys think. I got to go pick up my kids here. I just want to do a quick video here for you. Drop a comment, like the video. But man, oh man, what a disaster. I'm going to keep on top of this. I'm going to be monitoring for you guys some of these games, some of these props. I'll be watching games, seeing if there's anything suspicious. But man, I'm just trying to find out what the storyline is for this year, who the next team is going to be up to win the Super Bowl. What's the best storyline? I'm going to be monitoring that as well, because I do believe it is rigged. Again, that's my opinion for entertainment purposes only, allegedly. And let me know what you guys think below. But I wanted to give you those examples, the Travion Henderson, the Brees Hall, all this committee stuff, the wide receivers from Vegas Raiders, like Trey Tucker, years 12, so wide, all of a sudden he's the one. You know, it's just crazy, man. Crazy. And I'm one for accounting for the regression years and stuff. But some of this stuff, it's just completely unforeseen, especially with injuries. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Quick video here for you. Subscribe, thumbs up. I'll keep the content rolling. Fantasy Football Week 7 is here. Go check out my last video on must starts, all right? Have yourself a great day. Man, oh man, crazy times. Enjoy the games and watch out for some of these weird things that are going on. I'm out. Subscribe.